Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Nerd Street Gamers One Day Showcase CS LAN. We've got 16 teams here competing for $1,600, and as it is, we're already underway with the first map. It's going to be Clockwork taking on Philly. And so far, it looks like Clockwork are cleaning the clocks of the Philly side, as it's a solid 3-1, and they're looking to pick up their fourth. I'm joined here. I am Mike Winnick, for anyone who doesn't know me just by the melodious sound of my voice, and I'm joined here by Cavern. Say hello to the lovely people, Cavern.
Hello, lovely people.
Cavern is currently an IM player. He's hoping to make the jump to main and a stream star.
Yeah, I try my best.
A young gun here. He's going to be competing today, but when he's not on the server, he's going to be taking some chances to hop on the mic. We might have some other guest stars. I've had some inklings who want to hop on the mic, so we'll see. We'll be rotating people in and out. Everyone can get a try casting. Get some interesting voices and opinions here in the server.
A lot of guests today.
A lot of guests today. We got a lot of people in the server. Hi, again. I am Mike Winnick. This is
Cavern.
Jake Myers.
Yeah.
Jake the Cavern Myers. He's a cavernous man. And we are here at the Nerd Street Gamers One Day Showcase LAN. So that was our quick little intro. And now we've got a pistol by, no armor behind it, a smoke and a flash to try and get onto B. Looks like it's just going to be a straight push out of B to try and get absolutely anything done here. They're up against a double op and just full utility. So Clockwork looking like a solid wall. If a plant comes out of this, Philly will be more than happy with that result.
That's a really good smoke by the CTs, but he's going to miss all his shots. This is the exact same eco that Philly did last round, and they just get shut down every single time they go B. They didn't use their smoke wall that round either. It didn't stop the molly. They got stuck behind it, and now they're just going to get bombed out. However, Tron's lurking at A. Don't know what that was for.
He was just trying to get a gun and sneak away with it. He catches one off guard, but then immediately locks in on the gun without checking his angles, and that's just going to be instant annihilation. So Philly looking a little rough here in the early game, but now they've got their guns up. There's an op on Rival, and there's a lot more utility to play with. Rival's not going to pick up any utility, it looks like, so he's just going to go for that mid-peak. Straight up, I'd imagine, although he's a little delayed at this point. So a little bit of utility comes in here to push NZX off of the angle, but this is going to be the op duel to start the game. Molly comes in to block that spot,
Molly
but
misses.
it misses, yeah. Ooh.
That's dangerous.
Painful.
Yeah, and
it's a good thing they don't have an underpass player. Oh, they do. The underpass players are going to be a little slow now.
NZX is in a dangerous spot, but he gets taken down by the top mid opper.
So he trades one of the ops out, but then immediately drops in turn. Or not one of the ops, sorry, the double op is on the other side. So there is still an op to play with for Schmitz. From the catwalk, he's going to eat a nade to the face. Come out, surprisingly undunked, but Master Funky from underpass having major impact. Master Funky gets two. Now he's tipped the scales in favor of Philly. Maybe a chance to get another one on the board. Not Eric. Tries to transfer a little too early, but here he is on the second shot. Will trade one and done, so it's all going to come down to Brian Leet. Brian, the Leet man.
Brian has good info, but he doesn't able to get the kill, so that's going to be a round in favor of Philly. They're taking a lot of mid presence here. That was the first round they actually used their utility well. They haven't been mauling off connector, mauling off window. And as you saw there, they missed their molly, and that was almost very dangerous. NZX just took way too much aggression and was able to get one and done there. If he's able to just get one kill and stay alive, I think that round goes in favor of Clockwork.
All down to the mid presence. So NZX going to be taking the spot once more. This time Philly won't challenge it. Looks like they're setting up outside of A. Go for the pretty classic smokes over, execute.
It's going to be a 4-1 split.
One coming out of underpass. That's Tron. Nice profile picture, Tron. He owes everybody a punch now.
Schmidt's been playing very aggressive catwalk. He might actually be able to get this kill on the underpass guy, and then that's going to be so hard for them to execute A.
There's the info on the underpass guy, so that's one leg potentially neutralized as he crosses through the connector, but he's distracting focus. That allows Jeffrey to come right outside of Palace. Nags one kill and can't get the second, but now there's space onto the site. They need to follow it up. Master Funky will do so. So now space built towards A. Bomb should be planted in just a moment. There it is. And there's Tron going down for free in connector, so that prong is eliminated from the Tyne that was the Philly take. But now we're in post-plant, and there's still some utility up on the CTs to get back into the site and to make it happen.
Ooh, that's a big kill coming out of Rival. And he tags down Brian.
Now a 1v2, Brian swings, and it's a miss. Master Funky with a big 3K in the round to secure the site, get the bomb down, and then make sure the round was closed.
That was really risky. I'm surprised they didn't pull out a smoke for jungle there to let them cross, but Master Funky just made such a big play there on site.
It was a little odd. They did have utility on the CT side, but just went for the peaks, and Master Funky was having none of that.
Master Funky had to go off there, secure them the round.
Little Funky Boy. Little Funky Boy action. Rival going to be hitting his shot, but it instantly gets traded out, and that is a bad trade. Bad deal. Pistol for an AWP. Not good economics.
And
the follow-up comes in.
gets the deagle.
Schmidt, and there's the second. Not Eric. This is all falling apart for Philly. It all came off of that mid presence early on, and now it's just complete destination.
Oh!
Tron will find the kill eventually. Took him a minute, but BGS now follows it. Now we're stabilizing in a major way. There's still guns out, but it should be just about over. Schmitz has no armor, and he's got an AK. He's sticking around like he wants to try this, but
there's the info. They know he's ramped now, and that's a good team peek right there. That was a huge play coming out of Tron, delaying the rotating connector, because they cannot just run up connector and not worry about their back, because if they start running up, he's just able to get the flank and secure them the round. So that was a huge play coming out of Tron.
So 5-4, Philly bringing it back. In true Philly fashion, the underdogs there, pulling it back. A lot of utility here for them to work with. There's still a full buy from Clockwork, but NZX, he's on the glass cannon, and he's had a lot of trouble staying alive with the single op, with the armor up. It's going to be even harder with the glass cannon out here. So we'll see what Clockwork can do in response. It's a pretty default spread. They haven't really mixed much up, except that they don't have a window presence in this round, instead opting to take a little more passive angle out towards the ticket booth with the big op. That is where he's playing, right?
I believe so, yes. They have 2 CT right now. One triple, 1 CT. They're playing really passive on A.
Bombs up in the apartments. Hasn't quite committed to any which direction, but it looks like they're definitely thinking B. Utility's going to be traded back and forth here. We'll delay the push a little bit. That drags the catwalk player back towards site, and then there's the rotate from market and into window. So now there's heavy B presence from the CTs, but they're going to have to hit their shots. Schmitz trades out 1 from the catwalk, and now it's all coming together. Brian gets the second and another as well. Brian holding site firm in his grasp. All just going to be on Rival, and Rival finds nothing. No armor, not a problem for NZX as he hits the shot, picks up the 6th round for Clockwork.
That was a really good play by Clockwork by rotating all to site as they saw that they had no presence towards A. They were able to get 3 people on site, and Brian just did a great job of staying alive and waiting for his teammates to rotate.
Philly going to have some cash here. They'll be able to get a buy up. Jeffrey's going to be limited. Looks like he's just sitting on the P250. So Jeffrey a little broke as a joke, but everyone else has guns up.
I'd like to see Philly going back to taking that mid control. That was worked for them if they use their utility well, but they're showing no mid presence here, and that just allows for so much information based off the CTs, as they can stack 2 per site as they have no worry about mid. I think they're going to try doing, they're going to do an A execute here. They have enough, they have 3 smokes, so they're probably going to do the standard A smokes, but the Clockwork has 3 towards A here. They're ready for this. They know no one's mid. They see the smokes coming out, and not Eric's able to get 1 kill there, and playing a good angle. Not Eric with the 3 kills.
Not Eric from the ninja spot, snagging 1 after another, and will eventually just lock down the round. That was, what, a 4K in the round for him in total?
Yeah,
so it was 4. Against the broken buy, but 4 AKs, and he's knocking the players down. So not Eric with a nice little round there. That's looking tasty. He's on 10 and 4 already. A lot of solid lines from the Clockwork side, as could be expected with a 7-4 scoreline, but they're sitting pretty. We'll see if they can build on this, get more, maybe get us to double digits in the first half. It's very possible.
I like what Clockwork's doing. They're taking information by seeing nothing mid, and then they're taking map control. And they're just getting information, and they're able to predict where Philly's going to go. And they're doing really good jobs with reading that. I don't know if that's the IGL or just someone calling it, but they just have 3 almost every single site that Philly tries to go to.
So pistols in this round, not a lot that can hope to be done. There's a single flash on Rival. That's going to go out right now. Just try and get them outside the palace. But it should be a Motown Mowdown right now as Eric, not Eric, and Established get multiple. Do you think it's Est or I think Established?
Yes. I don't know. I played him in League. Still don't know.
Est plus. Established. I mean, I don't know. You should put a date after it. He should put his birth date after it. Then he's established in that year.
On that day.
I'd like it.
That'd be a pretty long name, though.
Yeah, worth it, though.
Pretty hard to say.
Very difficult, but so are most of these names. It could also just be EST or EST. I don't know, it just doesn't have the ring to it.
Those are really, oh.
NZX with a big shot in mid. He's going aggressive and he's finding Rival already. The kill will be traded out, but the AWP is still alive here for the Clockwork side. And meanwhile, Rival has dropped the big green gun in mid. Not quite retrievable, and I don't really think Philly really want to play around it. But Jeffrey's worked his way up close. Might be able to catch off this connector player as NZX tries to slip away.
Ooh, he's going to walk through that. Okay. Oh, but he jumps.
The pain. Catwalk player can't win the duel, so Master Funky will pick it up instead. And now it's a man disadvantage here for Clockwork. Master Funky's just clinging to life on 11 HP, so Stiff Breeze will knock him over, but there is opportunity here, and everything's just going to slow down for a moment. Minute on the clock. Clockwork and Philly feeling each other out right now as the bomb starts to shift towards mid. Looks like it wants to be an A wrap based on where the players are sitting, but they have yet to commit to any which direction.
Clockwork just rotated 2 to B, though. They're showing a lot of presence in abs, and I think they're going to do an A split right about now. And if they can catch not Eric off here, that'll be a huge play as they don't have anyone close to rotate. They're going to boost into window.
Ooh. Speaking of not Eric, he's going to stand strong. He's been having himself a great game. That brings the numbers back, and that was one of the only fully health players.
They're going to split B, I think. Yeah, they're splitting B, and that's going to, if he can get that market go right now, that is huge. Now both players are on A. They just have to clear this site fast and then no one's there, and they'll be able to make a play. There's going to be a hard post plant for Clockwork to come back from.
So NZX and not Eric going to be trying to make it happen, but Jeffrey's already into market to try and deny. NZX is expecting it, but if he's looking the wrong way, this will be catastrophic. Jeffrey gives his spot away, but still the AWP is closed, and that's going to slow him very much way down. Not Eric loses the duel on mid. Now it's all on NZX. He swapped to the rifle instead. He's got 2 targets to find. They're both slotted towards the catwalk. Will find one. Tries for the transfer on the second. Still has bullets in his gun. Nearly nates the kill. But the molly comes in, and that may just delay time. Nate can't get it done, and NZX sacrifices himself to the flames.
Wow, that was a big play coming out of BGS. That was very risky, though, to peek with the molly out. I don't know. There was a lot of big plays made that round. High risk, high reward, and it worked for their favor.
Sometimes you just got to go balls to the walls.
Always.
Try for it. So Rival going to be saving up for that AWP in the last round. He's just got the CZ in this. It's a broken buy, partial buy. They've got money, though.
They're going back to the mid presence, but they know top mid smoke. NZX misses that, and one's already top box now.
NZX getting pushed back by the HEs. He's still going to stick around. Definitely wants this, and the smoke will go in, but the smoke goes in late. So they tested Fate challenging the offense. It worked out for them in this round. Schmitz goes for the peek off the back of that molly, and he will get the kill from the grave. But it's a one-and-done type of trade. And now they're sitting with a little bit of awkward position as they've given up for mid. No presence, no peek. Est tries to get back in. EST tries to get back in, but there's nothing doing there. Now Tron duels out from the Palace. See what presence he can get. Molly goes in. They're definitely pressuring towards A, but the bomb is elsewhere. Bomb creeping. Creeping in the underpass.
I believe that's a one way to look at default. I don't know if he'll use it, though.
NZX picking up Tron is going to make this a lot easier for Clockwork, now with the advantage. But it's Brian as the only real B-side player. As I say that, one rotates in from the window, so there is much more of a defense here now.
Brian has so much information, but look where Philly is. They're taking all B-side. They're not going to expect Brian in apps. They see one market, they're going to think they're retaking B. Yep. And Brian's just going to be able to come behind him.
It's all going to come down to time here. The player drops. They know his information. They know exactly where Master Funky is. He's just got to duel it out. But Master Funky, he's got a shrinking island that he's stuck on. He'll pick up the first, but now he's got no health whatsoever, and he will get nailed to the barrel.
That was a very good play by Brian, and that's what I like what they're doing. Is Philly's giving them map control, and they're showing no presence. And when they do mid executes, they don't spread anyone else out. If they take mid, they almost always leave the apps open, and if they don't take mid, they usually send 1 to 2 people apps. And it's just very predictable, and Clockwork's starting to understand that. And as you saw there, Brian's able to just take apps control and deny them plant and deny them site control. Or deny them post plant, I mean to say.
I got it. It came through. This is Cavern's first time casting on LAN?
Yes, first time being at LAN, actually.
First time being at LAN. Oh, playing. No, you were at. You were at some of the frags.
I was at the last frag, but I was only at the last day because I was out of state for the first 2 at somewhere else in Massachusetts with family.
I don't remember that.
But I had a lot of friends, so I had to come say hi.
Okay.
I had to come say hi to you too, you know?
Yeah, you know. I'm your friend.
Yeah, I love you.
No, but it's Kevin's first time casting on lane. You cast with me once, my first inaugural stream ever.
I helped you set up your stream and was there to cast our first inaugural stream. It was the Vikings playoff match last season.
I think it was Vikings against
I couldn't remember. I just know.
It was against yeah. That's what it was. So that was an age and a half ago, specifically a year. But now we've got Kevin on LAN.
Yeah.
Are you an on-laner?
I'm an onliner and an onlaner.
There you go.
They're able to get this retake in, though. 3v3, they have 2 people in apps, but it's still going to work out. Ooh, that's...
NZX whiffs the shot. NZX may not get many more opportunities. They afford him another one, but he's not quite quick enough in the instant. Gonna nade himself. That's a bad look. He manages to slip away from his own nade, but he cannot evade the bullets of Jeffrey, and he will go down. We're about to report NZX. So it's going to wind up being a 9-6 half. Pretty good recovery for Philly considering how bad they were looking early on.
Was it 5-0? Or I think it was 5-1.
5-1.
And they had pretty bad economy, but they were able to bring it back.
And they brought back 3, then it was 9-4.
If they win this pistol, that's a very close game.
So a lot rides on the pistol. There's still balance here, but a lot of utility for Philly.
It's going to be a heavy
2 kits.
I have a feeling they're going to smoke stairs and jungle and try to push CT. Yeah, you can see the jungle smoke and stair smoke being set up.
Smokes come over. Now the presence moves out. Heavy utility on each side. And it's just going to be the tap with the USP to try and get something done here. But as of yet, no frags. Nade comes out, does some meaty damage on EST, but players moving forward and map control taken. Bomb's been dropped back towards CT. Maybe didn't need to charge quite that far forward, but now they've recovered it and they've brought back the frag. So Bomb should be down in just a moment, but Eric and Brian are looking quite low. And now just Brian remains as it. The nade comes in. They've traded it out with the HE effectively, and NZX getting it done with the Glock. Gets another as well. Now just Tron on 8 HP. What can he possibly hope to do? He's going to need some taps, and no taps will be available to him as NZX puts another notch on his belt and another nail in the coffin as Clockwork move on to 10.
I like what Clockwork did there. They made a strat where it just came down to as long as Philly doesn't hit their shots from CT, they'll win that round. And as you saw, once the CT player missed the first shot, it was almost done. And he wasn't even aware of Palace. He let the guys just run out Palace and kill the bench player, and it was almost done from there once they took CT control.
So BGS going to be picking up the Scout. He's going to be the linchpin player here in the Eco. We'll see what he can get done with the scoped gun, the scoped little brother of the big can op. Nothing as of yet, but Eric will take some gnarly, I'm assuming that was nade damage. Not quite sure where that came in. Not Eric, looking a little rough. He's not Eric. His name's actually Frank. It's not Eric.
Did he tell you that?
No, but his name says not Eric, so I'm just assuming.
What if his name's Steve?
It could be. It could be Steve. Could be any number of names, but just not Eric.
Just
not Eric. So, frags raining back and forth, or specifically just the one way. Now the fourth comes in. And Philly, they've just got pistols, but they're holding up for the moment. Not Eric down low as well, may give them opportunity, but a lot of it's going to rest on the shoulders of Jeffrey. He's got a lot of bodies coming his way, and he's going to need to buy a little bit of time for his team. Waits for the plant to come in. There it is, one, nearly the second. He's at least going to delay the plant, and now the kills can come back and forth, but as it is, it's all on the side of Clockwork.
That is
now bomb goes down.
That is a huge play missing that bomb planer. If he gets that kill, he secures them the round almost instantly, as they know where the last two are. He saw one in apps, and they knew one pushed up cat. But it's going to go the favor of Clockwork right now. This post plan's very hard to just... Yeah, and Tron's just going to save the AK. That's a smart play.
So AK up will be saved. No armor on Tron, but he's just going to make his way out of the sight and away from danger. Still pretty aggressive spot.
It's a little risky.
A little risky, a little risque.
I think if two go cat, he might go down here, but as only one's going. Yeah.
Just gotta watch out for the window player now. Ooh. Should be fine. Schmitz can get it, actually.
Oh.
Schmitz does not get it. Good job by Tron to survive. He's playing risky, playing fast and loose, but as a result, he'll take 4 players down from the Clockwork side, so he keeps that economy very honest, very healthy. And the AK up is going to give them something to build around in this round.
I'd like to see him just buy body armor here, as he easily has money. He is 3,600, but he opts not to buy body armor.
Where are they going to play Tron now is the question.
I think they're going to have him play Ninja and hide, maybe try to make a play a day, see if he can get 2 or 3 kills. Kind of smart.
I was thinking around like this that if your objective is honestly just to keep the gun alive to the next, Just hide him. Stash him in a corner. Let him come out next round.
Especially he has enough for an op next round, so he could just drop the AK by his op, and their economy would be much more favorable utility-wise as well.
As it is going to be an A execute, and this is where the AK lurks. So Tron, at risk, will find the first. Can he get the second? As soon as the aim punch comes in, he's donezo, but they can't hit him whatsoever, so he's going to come out of that encounter clean. Not a speck of dirt on his lapel. But the hit instead is going to come towards B, and there is no presence from the CTs on B. So bomb should be planted once it gets here. It's making its way back from T-spawn, but should not be a lot of avenues for regression here in CT. 2 AKs have been picked up, and at this point, those are probably just going to be saved. Rival goes down. Now, it is just the 2 AKs, no armor. You have to imagine they're just going to hang out back on A site. That's exactly what they're doing. Keep these 2 rifles going forward to the next round. It's a nice little stimulus package to get that economy going.
I really like what Clockwork did there, as they found out where the AK was very early in on the round. I don't necessarily agree with someone committing to try to kill that AK, but the other 4 just ran straight to B. As they know there's only 1 rifle alive, the B site's going to be pistols, and most likely you're not going to have someone solo A site with just 1 AK. So I think that was a really good read out of Clockwork, and as you saw, they took site with getting only 1 kill and the rest red A.
So now if you're Philly, do you content yourself with keeping these 2 rifles alive if you manage to?
Neither of them have armor. There's no point in fighting here. They only have USPs, so I think this is going to help their economy very much. And even after this next round, they should still be able to full buy if they were to lose. I think this is a very, very key round right now, though, because if Philly loses this, is where the game starts to really get out of hand. If they can win this, maybe pull a next round, and then Clockwork might be on eco, and you can pull it back to a really close game. But this is one of the very key rifle rounds.
No op. They opt not to pick up the op. As you were saying, Tron definitely had the money for it, but he's going to drop a rifle over to a teammate instead. So no op in this particular round, but no op on either side. Clockwork going to be playing with those 5 AKs once more and allow them to play fast and loose. Rival severely limited on utility, might be saving up for that big green gun. Not quite sure what his money looks like.
It's going to be the heavy A execute, though.
That's where they're coming, and it's going to be BGS as the first to receive them. He's got a lot of bodies facing his way, and he can't hit the shots. Goes down for free. Now the take is on, and Master Funky gets 1 through smoke. That's a big kill to equalize numbers. Bomb is down, though, and now we're in the post plant. Nades start to sail over. Damage being dusted up. Master Funky about to lose his life just to nades. But a bold peek from NZK will be NZX will be punished. The frags are coming fast and loose every which way, and they're stacking up in favor of Clockwork now. 3 still alive, and Tron, now all that remains for the CT side, will be traded 1 for 1.
That was a huge round by Clockwork. That PCT was very risky, but the team, they were just able to take the aim deals and win them. They're playing confident right now, and that's going to be hard for Philly to recover.
So, 13-6, Philly have not been allowed a single round so far in the second half. But they're going to try for sure in this round. They've only got a broken by Deegs, a FAMAS no armor purchased, a UMP no armor purchased on Rival. That's unorthodox. FAMAS with aim punch. That sounds painful. So a bold force buy here. Not sure how much they're going to be able to get off of the back of it. Utility going to go in to force them out of position, to back them up, to make them uncomfortable on site. Now the kills are coming in. Jeffrey getting it done with the Deagle, but he's only going to get 2 before falling. Now Master Funky, he's got the FAMAS. He's really their last hope in the round. Unless BGS pulls one out here, cannot do so. So Master Funky, he's holding the rifle. At this point, maybe he's considering saving it, but no longer an opportunity, as whatever thoughts were in his mind are now splattered across the catwalk walls. And it's going to be 14 rounds for Clockwork, as they are absolutely dumpstering Philly in the second half.
That force buy is very risky, as they easily had money where if they saved, they could have full bought next round, or at least bought FAMAS utility. And if you're going to...
They still got money, though.
If you're... Oh, wow.
They've got double up. Yeah, they did the calculation. It was a weird calculation, though. I wasn't upset with them for buying. I was upset for them for buying those guns and not putting armor behind them.
I feel like they could have done hero plays where someone buys a FAMAS and drops the Deagle armor guy, and he just drops the Deagle, and they have a FAMAS armor then. I feel like you could have just had that.
It was unorthodox, but I guess they've brought their economy back in normal line, and they've got the double op out here, but it's already a rough start as BGS goes down for, well, I said for free, it's actually a trade. So 1 for 1, and the ops still loom. The big green guns waiting around every corner. Clockwork need to feel out where the presence is and figure out where they want to execute.
It looks like they're going to execute towards B, and Philly had 3 people on A.
So a lot of it's going to come down to Jeffrey.
This is going to be a good fake.
Yeah, Jeffrey. Numbers are so small on our screen.
Yeah, they read this perfectly. Clockwork's making very good calls, and as long as they can trade that out.
So it is Jeffrey. He gets 1 before going down, and now Schmitz is having more impact on A, which means they can't rotate yet. He lurks as a problem, and it all comes down to Tron. Tron needs to find this A-site lurk player and get out of here so he can get the bomb. Something defused, tries for the long range, no scope, gets it done with a pistol instead. And at this point, Tron's just going to be trying to keep this op alive, I have to imagine. Doesn't really have time to go back, try for the defuse. It's a long road to travel, and EST does not want to let him survive.
I really like what Clockwork did there, and Schmitz made such a great play there. He cleared out the angles, mollied, and held for their peaks, as he knew he didn't have to push them. He did the smoke, he made presence, and they already took all of these sites. He was trying to delay them and make sure they don't have a free rotate, and he did such a great job, but he got 2 kills. His job, he didn't even have to get a kill there, because he sold the fake, and then he was able to just pick 2 on top of that and delay the opper and bring him down to 21 health. That is such a good play out of Schmitz.
So big ups to Schmitz. 15-6. As we're going to pop up the window symbol. Not sure if that popped up on stream. It did for us. It's just a little bit. No worries. Minor technical difficulties. But so Clockwork and Philly trying to at least get 1 round on the board in the second half. Get something here. They are desperate but established. Hits 2 shots. He's going to establish himself in the server in a big way. Was that a collateral?
I believe it was. I think it was a collateral headshot.
Oof.
That's crisp. A huge play.
That's tasty. I saw a collateral Glock shot the other day. Never thought that was possible.
I've hit collateral Deagle shots.
Deagles, yes. Glock, unorthodox. The player behind him was on like 1 HP. Shot went through one player's head, hit the other one. That was a first for me.
Oh, that's
These are the nails in the coffin, and not Eric will drive the last one home. So 16-6. Once Clockwork got onto their own T side, it was just an absolute waterfall. We got some clapping coming out from the audience. This is not something I always hear at LAN, but I like it. I like it. That's appreciation for the smooth performance of Clockwork. Once their executes got running, it truly was like
that was
Clockwork.
A very well-played game by Clockwork. Their calls they made were very, very strong. And they read what the other team was doing very well.